Go.
My name's Jay Bonson. I'm the fire coordinator for Williamson County Fire and Emergency Services. We are in the process of switching over to our 700 radio band, April 25th, 2019. Today we're issuing out the new pagers to our firefighters in the system. This is a quick tutorial on how the operation of the pager will work so that you can reference back and train on this. These are 7-800 pagers, voice activated pagers. It is essentially a small handheld computer that is receive only. You cannot transmit from this, so it's not a radio, but it does receive, and it works very similar on the same process as the radios in zones and talk groups. As you were issued a pager, you were also issued a one-page tutorial on how the pager is to operate. On the back is a frequently asked questions and basic operations of the radio. As we look at the pager, the front page, or the front face of the pager is a large screen, so it has several amounts of information that will display across here. The furthest right knob is our volume and power switch. You see the screen lights up and it gives us our channel that we're looking at and monitoring right now. The volume level tells you how loud the pager operates. I find that in an outside environment, about level 50 is pretty accurate, a pretty decent volume level. The center knob is our channel or talk group selector. And to change zones, we're going to have to use the buttons on the front of the pager. So you want to think about your zones using the front screen going up and down, again with our channel selector over here, and the talk groups using the talk channel, the channel selector to go across for our talk groups across there. So as we go across, we're going to wake the pager up or light the screen up by pushing any button on the screen. As you look across here right now, if we keep our selector talk group on channel 1, it'll tell us that we are in an open channel. So we're in zone 1, talk group 1, which is an open frequency that's going to scan or be in the one frequency of listening to all of our dispatch channels in County Fire. That's every station in County Fire plus Fairview. So when we're in open position, we're listening to everything that's in the County Fire system on our particular band. If we get paged out, you want to hear something that they're paged out and then assigned a TAC channel, we would simply use our channel changer, the middle switch, to switch to whatever TAC channel that is. In this case, TAC 9. Now the pager is scanning TAC 9, and it's also scanning back to the dispatch channel in the pager. So you will not miss a second call that comes out while I'm monitoring what's on TAC 9. When the call is complete, I want to remember to go back to channel 1 in zone 1 so that all I'm monitoring is that one particular dispatch channel. Again, this is on open channel, so I'm listening to everything that comes across. If I'm ready to go to bed tonight and I want to put the pager to sleep so that all I listen to is my particular station, in this case, station 35, I'm going to need to change zones. So I need to wake the screen up, push any button across the front to wake the screen up. I'm going to push the ZC button or the blue button, the furthest to the left, and that's going to bring up my zone list. The center button, which is a black button, is a toggle button. It goes up and down and moves the highlighted cursor anywhere on the screen that I want to go. So what I want to do in this particular case is I want to go to zone 2, which is tone, and I'm going to push in on that selector. You'll notice a red check mark come up. Once the check mark is where I want it, I want to save this operation. So I'm going to push the red button, which is the button immediately to the left of the center button, and the pager will begin to save into that zone. So it's changing all the programming over to that particular zone. You'll notice now I'm on station 35 tone. That tells me now this pager is asleep. It's had in sleep setting. Now I will hear nothing on this particular channel until station 35 is actually toned out. Or the department, WCRS, is toned out, or an all call for every pager is woken up. So this pager is now asleep. What I will do at this point is I if the pager wakes up, I get a call in station 35, I can now switch again to any of the talk groups and monitor those talk groups just like I was doing in zone 1 by simply changing the channel of the center switch. I'm now monitoring TAC 9 while in tone, but the pager is awake. If I want to put the pager back to sleep at any point in this evolution, the side button immediately underneath the antenna, there's a large button that I can simply push in, and that resets the pager. It's now back in sleep setting. It won't say another word, but it's still on TAC 9. I need to change my channel back to home, and I'm on the sleep setting for the tone for station 35. Zone 3 is the exact same thing as zone 2, except it's in vibration mode. A good example for use of this would be in church. If I go to church, I want to set it so that I don't make a whole lot of noise. I set my volume pretty low to about 20, 25, and I put it on vibration mode. Again, go to Z, bring up the zones, and I simply switch it down to zone 3, push in the button so that it's highlighted and I have a red check mark. I push save, and after it switches its programming, the pager is now in sleep setting on vibrate. Now what will happen is the tone will go off, it'll wake the pager up, and the dispatcher will come across with the information that's given out. That gives, with the vibration, it gives me enough time to maybe reach down and cover the speaker so that I'm not making too big of a noise of wherever I happen to be, like I say, in church. The other zones that we have available is zone 4, which is all of Franklin. The Franklin's dispatch channel and their 5 talk groups. In zone 5, we scan Brentwood and Spring Hill, and we have their talk groups. And in zone 6, we have a full situational awareness for everything. That's all the locution channels. So you're going to scan County Fire, Franklin Fire, Brentwood Fire, Spring Hill Fire, and EMS all at the same time, only getting those locutions. If you would then want to go to monitor one of their TAC channels, you'll have to reference back to your chart and figure out what TAC channel to go to and change in the screen. An additional feature is a playback button, which is on top of the channel selector. If I push that in, it's going to simply play back old recordings of dispatches that came across that are saved on the pager. You can simply follow the directions on the screen to follow those. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to contact me by cell, or you can send an email. Any of the fire captains, we can help you determine where you are, where you're lost, and try to get your pager situated. Very, very important, when you first start your pager, make sure that you have the battery fully charged, completely charged for 24 hours before you turn it on and get started with it. Afterwards, the side panel underneath, the very bottom, underneath the antenna is where you will plug in the cord, the charger cord. You can leave the pager running while you have it charging overnight. It's safe to operate that way. And then in the morning, simply unplug it, cover the panel up, and you're off to go. These are waterproof, very rugged pager. Should have absolutely no problems with the pager portion itself. The battery clip, the belt clip is pretty much the weakest point of the pager. If that happens to snap off, we'll have a set of those at Station 24 for replacements. Just contact Captain Homrich. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day.